Rock and now has opened in one in Fayetteville. It's actually opening here in Bentonville. And I have the women who know all about it here. Melody Taylor, you started this in Little Rock, yes? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it was, why you started it, and then we'll introduce Melissa, who I think is opening one here, yes?
I have 3 minutes. How am I going to do that in 3 minutes? Okay. Anyway, Beautiful Lives Boutique is a non-profit women's thrift boutique. It did start in Little Rock and we moved it here. And it's with a mission to be able to love women, vulnerable women, in our own community as well as around the world. So it's truly a thrift boutique where women from the community donate their things, their accessories, their fashions. We sell it at thrift store prices so that women can come and shop with us. And then we give the profits away each month and at the end of the year to 5 organizations that help women and children locally and globally. So that's the model, and it is truly a place where you can love women tangibly. We found that women come in from in the Fayetteville, Northwest Arkansas area in large numbers, and it's a way that we as a church can be on the front lines, that we can welcome women in, share with them our lives, develop relationships, and then be able to be the church to women who may never ever step foot in a church, who've been hurt by the church, and that we're building a bridge with the women in our community. And that's the idea about bringing it to Bentonville, so that we invite you women to be able to be a part of that, to volunteer with us, either processing inventory that comes in, or being in the store and welcoming women each day that come in. And then again, in the end, you'll be able to give the profits away to women and children that you all will get to decide as a body for Bentonville what matters to you and to your church.
And this isn't, so if we're thinking thrift store, if we've been to a thrift store, to a Goodwill or other thrift store, it's different than that, right? How is it different?
Well, it's different in that we have great merchandise. We found that, and we've done this for so many years, starting in Little Rock. We found that women have really nice clothing that they don't want to give away to other organizations. They've been sitting on it, waiting on it. So you get the best donations that come in every single day. There's not a day that donations don't come in. So one is that we have great merchandise. 2 is that it feels like an upscale boutique. We intentionally did that. We call it Beautiful Lives Boutique because we want it to feel beautiful for women. I personally, with 4 children and doing missions work, survived through thrift stores and garage sales. And there's a sense of a lack of dignity when you go in and you come out. But we want a place where women who are coming through all kinds of transitions in their life or don't have the means to go shopping to get what they need, to feel like they're in a dignified, beautiful boutique. And it's just artistry. God is a God of order and God is a God of beauty. So this is a place where it's different than a lot of thrift stores where it feels beautiful. And then it's organized. And that's just something that it has evolved over the years so that women can come in and feel like it's beautiful, it's organized, it's efficient, I'm loved on, I'm sent out more beautiful than I came in. It's a place to bring dignity and beauty.
And you told me it's profitable too, right? And so this is a great kingdom building business. This is not a ministry that we're going to need to be supplementing all the time just to keep the doors open. This is a business that not only pays for itself, but it has other. So you're opening one in Bentonville, and Melissa is the one who is opening this, yes? So Melissa, tell us a little bit, give us some details about what's coming up for us.
First, I just want to say to Melody, just what an incredible space I get to step into, where the legwork has already been done, where her obedience and faithfulness is just reaping a harvest right now. And so I just feel so unbelievably privileged that I get to intersect with this story of Beautiful Lives. So she has set up a great model, but she's also fantastic at getting people excited. And so I hope, as I look out over my body, my community of people, that you will be as excited and support this Bentonville project the way Melanie has been able to get and build a whole lot of excitement, and not just because it's cool and fun and exciting, but it's because it's the kingdom. So we are opening a store in Bentonville, And so far, we have a verbal handshake, as Jim Hall called it, on this beautiful space. If you know where at the corner of 14th and Walton, there is that sandwich shop and there is a Freshie. This is right behind it. It is a brand new retail space, and we get to design the build out. And again, we're gonna make it beautiful. And so I am so just honored to get to be sitting in this space. But here's the thing I know, that if it's all up to me, it's not gonna be anywhere near as beautiful as it could be. So I need help. I need this body. If you have any experience in retail, if you have any experience in design, if you work in the nonprofit sector, if you know anything about sorting clothes or dressing mannequins or any of those things, I'm just asking today, this morning, that you would consider praying, what do you have to offer this store? And I would just want to say too, as I think about the vision for women and I think about God's heart for women, it reminds me of when in my past career, I used to work for the U.S. government, and I did a lot of policy work around marginalized and vulnerable populations, especially women. And one of the things that I know to be true and to be measurable, that governments know, that corporations know, is that when you enfranchise women, when women are safe and they are protected, they elevate their communities. And that's not just a feel-good factor. We're not up here just doing this because it feels good. We know this to be true, that when you give a woman $1, the vast majority of that money goes back to her community. And so when I think about the best possible way that we can impact the community of Bentonville and Northwest Arkansas and around the world, it is to bring these women into a place of safety and of hope and of love. And so if we know that to be true in the tangible realm, if policymakers know that to be true, what about the community of the kingdom? What does it look like to the kingdom when we have women who are discipling people around them and their children and the generations, and when they are brought in and when they feel safe and protected and elevated? So one other exciting part of the store is going to be that we are going to have something called the Global Shop. So we've got the retail side, the thrift side of this, but we're also going to be doing some new inventory, and Jane Harriman is going to tell you a little bit about that.
We are the Global Shop, and unlike Melody, this is show and tell. This is an example of the products that we sell in the Global Shop. It's a handmade basket from India with saris. And anyway, it's beautiful. And that's just, there's a table in the front. You may have noticed it when you came in. This also has a sample of the products we sell. Unlike Beautiful Lives, we are not a thrift store. In fact, we're fair trade, and therefore a lot of our products might be more than you might buy at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or someplace like that. If you look around yourself here today, we live in prosperity, and we do not live in poverty. The mission of the Global Shop is to make a difference in the lives of those people who do live in poverty, who live in slavery. So you can come to the Global Shop and make a purchase, and when you do, you're doing things like breaking the cycle of poverty because you bought a product from a woman who lives in poverty but has gotten a job making these baskets. You help feed a child, you help educate people, you help rescue people from being trafficked or in prostitution or in addiction. You help empower those with disabilities to have a job and live a life that is fuller and blessed. So it's a tiny little spot inside Beautiful Lives, but because Beautiful Lives is so prosperous and people come there to shop, well, they look over there and say, what is that in that shop? I think I might go over there and buy something. So we are blessed through their prosperity and to be in the shop. So I hope that you'll come and buy the Global Shop as well. Thank you.
One last plug, if you'll just follow at Beautiful Lives Bentonville on Instagram, that would be amazing.
Hey, and one thing, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to pray for these women. So if you're